Do you ever feel like you and your husband are more like roommates than partners? You're in the same house, but you feel invisible, drained, and disconnected. So many women tell me, I just can't get him to open up emotionally. In this video, I'll show you the exact steps to break out of the roommate rut and finally feel close and connected again. So the first tip, if you want to emotionally connect, share your feelings, don't keep them inside. When you're feeling disconnected from your husband, your first instinct may be to shut down or withdraw emotionally. But when you emotionally withdraw, this creates more emotional distance in your relationship. And your husband may not even know what you're thinking and feeling. So you're basically not giving him a chance to make it right with you. As an example, maybe you're thinking, what's the point in sharing this with him? He won't understand anyways. Or the last time I shared something similar, he reacted defensively. So you stay quiet. But I'll be honest with you, that silence builds a wall between you and him. So here's a quick win. Try saying something simple tonight, like, lately I've been feeling a little bit distant from you, and I don't like it. I want us to feel close again. Listen, I know it can feel awkward to say that to your partner, but when you take the risk and open up to your partner like that, you are opening the door for the possibility of connection. Now, tell me in the comments if you've ever had this feeling that you're living with a roommate rather than a partner. Just comment yes under this video so that other people know that they're not the only ones going through this. Second thing I want you to do to reconnect is to check in with him emotionally. It's not just about you sharing. It's sometimes about asking too, checking in with your partner to see how they're doing. Sometimes your husband may withdraw because he's bottling up stress, work pressure, family responsibilities, or health concerns, and they don't always know how to express it. For example, you might notice that he's quieter than usual, spending more time on his phone, or staying up late watching TV. Instead of assuming he's avoiding you, gently ask him, I've noticed you seem a bit off lately. How are you doing? This simple question can start a real dialogue, a heartfelt conversation, which is the foundation of connection. Now, here's the thing. Disconnection does not happen overnight. It builds over time through small patterns that you often don't even notice. To catch these small patterns that make you feel disconnected before it's too late, you need to take my relationship test. This test shows you exactly where the disconnection is quietly growing and gives you the clarity you need to work on it before it's too late. Once you see your personal results from this test, you'll know exactly what's missing in your relationship and how to bring that spark back again. This test is completely free. You can download it at parisacounselling.com/relationship test or find it in the link in the description below. The third tip is you can reignite the spark by sheer time. Couples naturally go through phases. Kids, illnesses, busy schedules, and your connection with your partner can fade if you don't nurture it. The good news is, when you decide, you have the power to turn toward each other and reconnect. As an example, plan a date night somewhere new. Even something so simple as walking at a sunset in a neighborhood that you've never explored. Or surprise him with a ticket to an activity you both enjoyed when you first started dating. The point isn't luxury. It's about breaking the routine of day-to-day and creating energy between you two again. The next tip is create or rediscover common interests. Sometimes disconnection happens because you don't have much to talk about anymore. It's really hard to find something new to talk about. For example, if he's into sports, watch a game with him and ask questions. If you love reading, share an article or book together. Or try something brand new, like a cooking class or a hiking trail. So here's a quick win. This week, suggest one activity you can do together. Something different from your usual routine. Even a 30-minute board game or cooking together can shift the energy. Having new conversations and shared experiences reignites closeness. Next tip is address past resentments and attachment injuries. Sometimes disconnection isn't just about the daily routine. It's about old relationship wounds that you've been carrying that haven't been healed. For example, maybe your husband shut you out during a hard time and you felt abandoned. Or he said something years ago that cut really deep and you never fully let it go. Those unspoken resentments pile up. And over time, they block emotional intimacy. In therapy, we call these attachment injuries, moments where the person you needed the most didn't show up for you and your trust was shaken. If these moments are never addressed, they become walls between you. So here's a quick little test. Ask yourself, what moment from the past still feels raw for me? If you can, bring it up gently with him. When that happened, I felt really hurt, and I've been carrying that ever since. These steps often need the support of a therapist to guide the conversation in the right way. But once those past wounds are acknowledged, you can slowly start to feel closer again to your partner. Now, if you are considering therapy, I have a great video that tells you how to choose the right therapist for you and start that process in a way that ensures long-term success. You can find a link to that video in the cards on the screen now. Listen, feeling close again isn't always solved by deep talks and more date nights. It's about learning how to stop getting stuck in the same fights, because constant fighting eats away at your connection. When you're able to stop the fighting, you'll start to feel safe and connected again. If you want to find out how you can stop fighting for good in your relationship, I've made a great playlist that tells you how you can stop fighting today and start reconnecting. You can watch the playlist on your screen right now.